Peter Parker is miserable. He's worried about Gwen and Harry's terrible moustache, or Captain Stacy or Robbie Robertson discovering his identity, or worse, Jonah discovering his identity. And to make matters even worse, he gaslit his ailing Aunt May, lying to her about the web dummy that she saw last issue, the web dummy that made her faint. But his spirits are lifted with the arrival of Mary Jane, back from Florida, and with a phone call from Gwen. They both tell him that they're holding a going away party for Flash Thompson, and everyone is chipping in, which is another worry. How is Peter going to pay for his part? Later, he swings around in search of a crime to stop, and to photograph for money, but finds nothing. But he does get an idea when he swings past a television building. He can make a TV appearance. We're reading Every Spider-Man Ever, and this is the Amazing Spider-Man issue 82. And then came Electro. Spider-Man swings into the office of some studio execs, offering himself up to be a guest on a talk show. After some convincing that he really is Spider-Man, they agree and start drawing up a contract. But out in the hall there's a commotion. A live wire has got loose and is at risk of electrocuting people. Fortunately, the new electrician is able to hit a switch and cut it off, miraculously surviving when he should have been electrocuted. How was he able to do it? Well, the electrician is secretly Max Dillon, Electro, and he's biding his time to strike. That evening, when Electro sees on the news that Spider-Man is making a guest appearance on a late night talk show and that Jonah is mad about it, Electro has an idea. He blasts over to the Bugle offices and makes J. Jonah Jameson an offer. He'll unmask Spider-Man on live television for $5,000. And Jonah loves that idea. He'd have paid $20,000 to see the web crawler get his comeuppance. He's so excited that he invites Robbie and Captain Stacy to see the show live from the audience. Meanwhile and elsewhere, Peter Parker is poor and sad. He can't enjoy the company of Gwen, Harry and MJ because he's too busy thinking about money and how he doesn't have enough to chip in for Flash's party. The TV studio wouldn't even give him an advance. After he snaps at Flash, he leaves, fearful that his bad mood will escalate, but Gwen chases after him, catching up with him on the streets. He shares some of his worries with her, about how he doesn't think he's good enough for her, that he can't take her out to fancy dinners. But Gwen says that she doesn't need that. She loves Peter, not what he can give her, and the two embrace and watch the city from a bench. And for a moment, just a brief moment, Peter thinks about revealing his secret identity to Gwen. The next day, it's time for the show. Peter gets his costume cleaned, wearing a bag as a disguise. Jonah sets himself up in the audience with Robbie and George, and Spider-Man makes his appearance. But he's barely able to answer one question before his spider sense goes off, and he leaps back to avoid an electric bolt. Electro has arrived, and the crowd screams and runs. When Robbie and Captain Stacy learn that Jonah knew about this, that he put all these people at risk, they chastise him. How could he be so reckless? Well, because he wanted to see Spider-Man unmasked, of course. But up on stage, that doesn't happen. Spider-Man dodges electric blasts from Electro and then stays in the air as he knocks the villain to the ground, avoiding getting electrocuted. When he webs Electro's feet up, Electro charges up to burn the webbing away, but Spider-Man is able to pull his feet and his hands together, short-circuiting the bad guy, but sending Spidey flying. Electro is defeated and staggers away, but Spider-Man's costume has been burned. He's weak from the fight, and no TV producer is going to touch him with a 10-foot pole after this. And he still doesn't have any money. Maybe his whole career has just been one big defeat? Thanks for watching and joining me on this journey to read every Spider-Man comic ever. If you want to support the channel, you can like and subscribe, or you can get early and exclusive episodes on Patreon or by joining the channel. Next Thursday, Peter saves Gwen Stacy's life, but until that issue, here's a fun fact about this one. This issue is very much a return to the basics. John Romita's drawing again, Mary Jane is back and with her original hairstyle, Harry Osborn has shaved off his terrible moustache, and we're focused more on Peter's personal life again, which is not going too well for him.